Are you here because you don't know what God's will is for your life? Are you scared or afraid of starting a business or your career? You are waiting for validation from God. Congratulations, I have a good news for you. God's will is your will. God's idea is your idea. Thank you. So yesterday I had this conversation with a girl, though I was preaching to her, and I told her, what do you want to be? Or what's your purpose in life? And she was indecisive. She couldn't decide whether medicine or nursing. So I was like, why couldn't you decide what you want to study? So then I asked her this question, what do you love to do? She told me she loved to become a doctor. I said, okay. So I said, let me just help her to discover because I have a framework or a framework of knowing what my purpose is because I've used it for myself for the rest of other people I've coached. So then I told her, first of all, if you want to discover your purpose in life, you need to yield yourself to your creator. That means you need to submit yourself to God. Because since if for example now, for you to understand what I'm saying now, um okay, this is a gum, this is a water gum, this is a water gum. So for me to understand what is the role or function of this water gum, I need to meet the manufacturer for in order for them to explain what the function or the capability of this thing can do. Do you understand? So this is the water gum now. So now I asked her if first of all, you need to submit yourself, yield yourself to God before you can discover yourself. Then secondly, I think I told her that I just reminded her that do you know you are a creative being? She's shocked, like she don't maybe she don't understand what I'm trying to say. She doesn't understand what I'm trying to say. I said yes, you are a creative being. You can decide to learn whatever thing you want to learn. Yeah, we are a creative being. We are more than a nurse. We are more than a doctor. We are more than a lawyer. We are a creative being. We can learn whatever thing we want to learn if we decide to learn. So I told her to decide what that there's nothing under you. You are above all. Then okay. Then I think I told her to decide what she wants to learn, and she decided. Then I asked her the last question: do you have the qualities of a doctor? She was shocked. What quality? Okay. So I brought out my phone and I Googled. I think I went to Google and I Googled what are the qualities. And I asked Google, please, Google, can you tell me the qualities of a good doctor? Google brought out some qualities of a good doctor, how a doctor should behave. And one of the qualities I saw was decision making under pressure. I was like, my God. So and I asked her, can you make decision when you're under pressure? Or can you decide what to do when all eyes is on you? And a lot of qualities that Google brought out. One, I think one is decision making. Then the other one is technical skills, the ability to use machine. Can you operate machine very well? Are you good in understanding quickly? Because a lot. Do you know how doctors have damaged people's life? Do you know how doctors who don't know how to use technical machines that have killed most of people? And these are the qualities we need to learn. I'm not talking about doctor. I'm trying to bring my point. Or I'm trying to use this analogy or this for you to for in order for you to understand my point. So I asked her, do you know how to use a good technical machine? She said she will learn. I said, okay. So I said, okay, these are the qualities of being a good doctor. And if you have these qualities now, it shows that you have the tendency or likelihood for you to become a doctor in future. She said, okay. I said, okay, but I don't want her to get discouraged. Maybe she's not the type that normally takes decision quickly. So I told that maybe if you don't have the qualities now, or if you don't have that decision making as a character, maybe it's something you can learn in the future. And if it's something you can learn quickly, it shows that it means that you have it inside of you. You just need to develop it, or you just need to work on it. So because of this conversation I had with this girl, that this conversation reminded me about Matthew 6 verse 10, when Jesus said, when Jesus said, let thy kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That was so fascinating. That means when I read these scriptures, when I read this Bible verse, then I understood that the heaven is perfect. That God doesn't need my idea to make the heaven perfect. The heaven is already perfect. So there's no point of keeping what I have or what I can do. There's no point of saving ideas till I get to heaven, because the heaven doesn't need my idea. The heaven doesn't need my contribution. Oh, it is the earth that needs those things. So why are you keeping your ideas with yourself? So why are you keeping your contribution to yourself? So why are you keeping your purpose, what you can do that can make this earth a beautiful place and conducive environment for people, to yourself? I'm asking you now, why are you doing that? There are some brilliant ideas we have within ourselves. There are some things you can do that could have transformed this earth to a better place that people would live. But we are not doing it because it doesn't matter to us. Jesus Jesus prayed this prayer from the state of love. Because when Jesus was praying this prayer, he told us it was an advice that we should pray in this manner. It shows that the state of love, it shows from the depth of love Jesus had for us. Jesus wants us to experience, for us to have the same experience in heaven. Jesus wants the will, that is the will of God in heaven, to be on earth. No longer in heaven, but on earth. Rather, God wants to beautify this earth. God wants to turn this earth to a perfect place that we can live. Do you understand what I'm putting out here? A lot of people are confused. You are thinking, maybe before I used to think, before I don't used to tell people about the will of God. I don't used to even pray about it because I don't really know what the will of God is. Before I used to think maybe the will of God is maybe me going to church, like normal people think. I know everybody think this way. Me maybe going to church or doing evangelism or preaching to people. I thought that was what the will of God is all about, but not that. It's more than that. The will of God, the word will, if you check the word, original word in Greeks, it means an abstract things. It's an abstract word that can be turned into reality. It's something it's an idea. It's an idea, it's a vision. Let me ask you, are you living in this world for yourself? Or are you living in this world to make this world a better place? What is your contribution to this earth? If you die now or tomorrow or sooner, I'm not saying you will die, but what is your legacy? What have you done? Okay. You remember in Genesis chapter 1, I think verse 2, yes. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. God created the heaven and earth, and the earth was without form, void, and darkness. And the Bible said the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the deep, and God said, let there be light. Are you getting my point? And God said, let there be light, and immediately light came. And God said, oh, the earth is so good. Do you understand? Now, can I tell you that there's still darkness in this earth? There's still confusion in this earth. There's still emptiness. There's still killing. There's kidnapping. There's a lot bad things happening each day on this earth. Do you understand? Or maybe you are thinking, or maybe you have forgotten that maybe you are thinking light has appeared, or because God has declared light from the beginning. There's no more darkness, or there's no more. It's a lie. There's still darkness on this earth. There's still evil happening. There's still evil things going wrong. There's kidnapping, there's killing. And God wants us to, and God wants us to do to improve this earth. And God wants us to make this earth better. That's why God said, let it be light. Light was a contribution. Light was a contribution to make this earth a better place. Light was a symbol of transformation. Light was an iota of God's glory on earth, of bringing God's will to earth. God has a will, and for you to know your perfect, for you to know your will, you need to know God's will. For you to know your idea, you don't have an idea until you know God's idea. God, I'm telling you now, God's idea is for you to, for us to make the earth a better place, for us to bring a transformation. Now, for you, if so, that shows that. Do you know my formula for writing a vision? I don't have a vision. My vision is, the way I write my vision is purpose plus earth. If my vision does not include the earth, it's not a vision. It's not my purpose in life. I want to include the earth because I don't want to die without my contribution on earth. That is the will of God, to make this earth a better place. He said, let thy will be done on earth. It's not in heaven. The will of God is not about going to church alone. It's about thinking, brainstorming ideas that will make this earth a better place. What if you could come up with an idea that will stop kidnapping on this earth? What if you could come up with some brilliant ideas that will make this earth a better place? How will the life be? What if you could come up, or you could, okay, maybe the reason why we don't really think about this set because we don't love it much. We just care for ourselves, our family, our cousin, our relative. We just care for our belly alone. We don't care for other people living on this earth. Maybe, I'm telling you now, the will of God is your idea. The will of God is your will. If you're not in the will of God, you don't have a will. Yeah. So I hope this video challenges you to be in God's will. I hope this video challenges you to be in alignment to what God is doing. I hope this video challenges you today to go and learn more so that you can discover what God's perfect will is. Thank you.